Hello, welcome back. In this part, we will see some structural steel products available in the market. So there you can see different forms of structural steels that are available. The structural sections which are produced in the India, they include beams, and these beams may be classified as light beam, junior beam, medium beam, or heavy beam, and they are designated by such forms like ISMB. So ISMB stands for Indian Standard Medium Beam. For example, for another example, ISLB. So ISLB stands for Indian Standard Light Beam Sections. Similarly, in case of angle, they may be ISA, Indian Standard Angle. They may be equal, they may be unequal. In case of channel sections, they may be termed as ISLC or ISMC. So Indian Standard Light Channel, Indian Standard Medium Channel. Similarly, I sections, T sections, IST, Indian Standard T sections. Rod cable sections are also given here. Nowadays, pipe sections are also used for the construction, tube sections, and there are some built-up sections also. Like these sections may be composed to make the built-up section. So there you can see this section is formed using the two channel sections along with the flat plate. So these are some types of sections that are available. Now we will discuss the types of structure. Well, the architect or structure engineer will be concerned with the design of a variety of structures, such as buildings. Now, these buildings may be rigid, semi-rigid, or simple connected frames. These buildings may be simple or multi-storied, like in this case. There you can see this is multi-storied, this is single-storied, single span or multi-span. So there you can see single span. In this case, these are multiple spans. Okay. They may be in the form of sloped roof. So this is called gable roof form. Similarly, this is trussed form. Okay, so this is basically a form of portal frame. Some industrial building also exist in case of steel structures. So there you can see different terminology used for different components, which is being used in this industrial in one of the industrial building. So there you can see these are known as roof purlin. The end purlin is known as eave purlin, and these cross lines are known as bracing. Okay, these horizontal lines are known as eave, wall girt. Then these vertical members are known as end post. These are known as gable post. Okay, so these are the different terms that are being used for different elements for the industrial building. Bridges are also constructed using the steel, structural steel. So these bridges may be classified into various categories. They may be trussed type bridge, they may be plate girder type bridge, or maybe arch type bridge, or maybe in the combination. Like in this case, you can see there is a girder on which the traffic will be running, and these are the trussed form of the bridge. So this is the recent bridge which is being constructed in the Assam. Steel structures comprises towers also. Now towers may be of different types, such as lightning tower or power transmission tower. Like in this case, I have shown the diagram, power transmission tower, or tower for radar, or tower for communication satellites. So there may be different types of towers which can be used using the steel. Now, most of these towers are made of steel, angles, and tube sections. Now, they are bolted at site only. Steel may be used for the construction of storage tank also. The storage tank may be in the form of circular or spherical, or maybe in the case of rectangular form. They can be used to store oil, water, or gas. They may be rested on the ground or may be elevated. Other structures like offshore platforms or bunkers are also designed by the structural engineers and architects. Beside this, structural engineer architect may be called upon to design ship and automobiles also. This offshore platform is basically used for the oil refinery. This bunker may be used for the military purpose and for the safety purpose. Now, in this course, we will confine our attention to the design of structural elements which are encountered in the building. So the various structural elements used in the building can be they can be classified in different form according to the method by which they transfer the load. So they can be classified according to the method by which they transfer the load. So in this case, say if you have beams, so these are the common elements which are being used in the buildings, and they primarily carry bending stresses. Now, bending stresses is basically largest in the outermost fiber. We already know about it from the mechanics of material point of context. So beams are heavily stressed in the outermost fiber. Then the next member can be tension member. This one. Tension member, they are basically subjected to direct axial force, and they occur as a component of trusses or hangers or cable for floors or for the roof or for the bridges, or in case of bracing systems also they may be used as a tension member. So tension member have various applications. Similarly, the next member that we generally encountered in case of steel structure design are compression member. Now, compression member are this type one. Now, this compression member, which may be in the form of column or maybe in the form of strut of truss. So they are basically subjected to loads that basically tend to decrease their length. Compression members are basically subjected to compressive force that tend to decrease the length, and they act as a vertical load resisting element of a building structure, and they may be known as column or maybe known as post to resist compressive component of the load in the truss. So like in case of truss, when we design truss, we try to find out the forces in the member of truss. So now we get that some members are in compression, some members are in tension. So the members which are in tension, we design them for the tension criteria. The members which are in compression, we design them for compression criteria. Compression members may also be used as a bridge piers. Then the next member is torsional member. Now, basically these members which purely subjected to torsion, they generally doesn't occur in case of structure. They generally occur in case of machine design, say in case of shaft for any automobile. But this torsion force is occur in structural members also in combination with other forces, like in case of spandrel beam. Spandrel beam is basically the outer beam of any structure, and these beams are subjected to bending moment, shear force, along with torsional forces. Then, sorry. Then next member that we have is plate. Now this plate is basically used for built-up sections, like I sections are available in the market. Sorry. I sections are available in the market. They are as hot rolled sections, but they have definite length. They have definite sections. Now, if we have to support a large load, in that case, we can construct I sections using the plate. So now these I section will be act as a plate girdle. This I section will be known as plate girdle. So this is our lecture 1. In the summary, what we have done so far, we have defined the definition of structural design. We have discussed steel as a structural member. We have seen the historical development of steel briefly. We also have touched the steel making process, then structure of steel, chemical and physical property of steel were also discussed in this lecture. And we have seen the different steel products available in the market and the types of structure that we are likely to design in this course. Thank you.